must have legitimacy in right across the district instead of just.
Mr. Chairman, can I say something? I sense from the leader that we have many convergence. He said they are not too opposed to the 50+1, but because of the bottlenecks, I'm coming, because of the supposed bottlenecks that he has suggested. So I am also to stick just to 50+1 and show from the district square, so that he will not be worried about district square. Now I am again, my brother, here did not get me well. I am saying it's not the essence of the district. And what is the essence of the district for national appeal? But because it will be abused, because there are no safeguards, and I still want to insist on the appeal. 50+1 would not get a national appeal. So I am still insisting that we go to the city.
Your positions are very clear.
Mr. Chairman.
Stay put on the debate.
Mr. Chairman, please. We are presenting here as if we don't have super majority.
I will stand this house down very soon. Very, very soon.
Mr. Co-powerful Chairman.
I am continuing to warn you,
Mr.
and
Chairman.
you are doing the same thing.
Mr. Chairman.
When you state your position, allow me to move on.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, because he came down.
Because the position that is important.
No,
we have debated already.
Yeah. Let me now go. Mr. Chairman.
For 1 hour. And nobody will go anywhere.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Perhaps, Mr. Chairman, perhaps people don't know. Mr. Chairman, perhaps people don't know. 55% is just a caveat. No first-in presidential candidates has got about 55%. No, it has never happened. Since 1996, first-in, your first-in as candidates, nobody has got it. They have never got 55% in their first-in. Let me now come. But Tijak Kaba, blessed memory, when he ran off with Khalifa Smart, he got over 70% in the second term. Ahmed by Kroma did not get it. Madam Yo did not get it. So let's go now. Let me read E, 42(2)E. No person shall be elected as president of Sierra Leone unless at the presidential election he has put not less than 55% of the valid votes in his favor. And F, Mr. Chairman, I want to see you smiling. We love you so much.
Yes,
Chairman, we love you.
I'll be the last to smile.
We love you, Chairman. In default, Mr. Chairman, of a candidate being duly elected under paragraph E, the two candidates with the highest number or numbers of votes shall go forward to a second election, which shall be held within 14 days. 14 days of the announcement of the result of the previous election. And a candidate pulling the higher number of votes, you see, not even 50+1, higher number of votes, they didn't not say 50+1, higher number of votes cast in his favor shall be declared the president. So a simple majority. So what do you want to maybe go round, to come to simple majority? Here you come to tell about, I can get 40 something, you get this other number. Simple majority. 14 days. What will change? No, Mr. Chairman, I am a leader, he's a leader. Let him allow me to learn. I'm giving you the floor by you.
I want to learn that.
No, wait. No, I still not, because I am not giving any point. I am proving, Mr. Chairman, I'm proving a point to the law. I have said it, I don't play the gallery. If I don't play the gallery, turn this way.
50+1 also.
Me, I have said
50+1.
yeah, for genuinity's sake.
Yes.
Nobody should renege.
Is conceived already.
Thank you. Nobody should renege from his own document.
Even members of the gallery, everybody here knows your position.
50+1. I concede.
They too, their position is very clear. 55%. No, position is clear. Not so? It's 55%. What do you want to add to that?
Mr. Speaker, the positions are clear. But the reason why we ask you most times to allow us to respond, we are dealing with people, and the people's judgment on this parliament depends not on our resolution, but on our very argument.
It's noted. You could have done that during the debate.
And that's exactly what we are asking.
All of these issues came up during the debate. You are just
So when I'm begging your office, Mr. Speaker, if that is the resolution, do not allow us to continue making points and you limit the other people, or else.
Nobody's limiting anybody here. Don't cast a small on me.
No, I am not.
Please don't.
No, I am not.
Now, so leader of the opposition. Yes, we move on to page 9.
Yes.
Quickly, page 9.
Yes, page 9. G. Clause 7G. That is the amendment.
Clause what? Page 9?
Yeah, page 9.
Page 9.
Clause 7G.
Clause 7G.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, leader of the opposition.
Yes, a person disqualified with the declaration of the Chief Electoral Commissioner that a candidate has not been duly elected under paragraph F may file a petition at the Supreme Court within 3 days.
Within 3 days.
Of the declaration.
Yes, I think that
And
is.
to me, 3 days is
Yes,
very
3
short.
days. No.
You cannot be able to.
Leaders, 3 days. 3 days.
So I want to.
It's not.
Yes, I want to appeal that we make it for 2 days.
We do that before the doctor. Instead of 3 days.
3 days is also.
Mr. Chairman, it's already the Public Elections Act. This one, I don't know if you can go for 7 days. 7 days.
I think 7 days is okay. No?
7 working days, that's how we have it.
7 working days, not weekends. 7 working days. Okay, this is accepted. Mr. Minister, take note. Page 9.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, page 9.
So, Mr. Chairman, if it is accepted, it cannot be accepted until the motion is moved on it.
Hold on, we are coming to that.
We have never moved the motion since we began.
Hold on.
Hold on, you
don't even need to move a motion. When you come to the passing of the bill, all that goes. All that goes.
No, you don't need motion.
You don't need a motion for that. As long as you pass the bill,
As long as we
everything
agree.
goes. Yes, proceed.
Mr. Chairman, I think firstly, all these provisions relating to election petitions, like the leader said, I believe should be in the election petition rules and constitution. But beyond that, be that as it may, even in the same paragraph G, there's a negative connotation there. Yes, and what I mean by this is, it says a person dissatisfied with the declaration of the Chief Electoral Commissioner that a candidate has not been duly elected. That is where the person has not been duly elected. But if the Chief Electoral Commissioner declares the person as elected, what happens then? I feel the intention was or is, if someone is declared elected, then someone will petition that person.
Honorable Timbo, the import here is that the Chief Electoral Commission declared. But the Chief Electoral Commissioner
Continue with this, sir.
that a candidate has not been duly elected. A person dissatisfied.
Yes.
Not
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me clarify, please.
what do you think the Chief Electoral
No,
Commission?
I'm happy to clarify.
Yes, please.
I think the mistake is to read paragraph G on its own. Because it says that a person dissatisfied with the declaration of the Chief Electoral Commissioner that a candidate...
Declaration. Have you looked at it?
Yes, a person dissatisfied with the declaration of the Chief Electoral Commissioner that a candidate has not been duly elected under F. Go to F. F says the Chief Electoral Commissioner shall, in default of a candidate being duly elected under paragraph E, declare the need for a runoff election. So that is, if someone wants to pick a runoff election, right? F has to do with a runoff election, wherein the Electoral Commissioner declares that a person has not won in the first round and declares a need for a runoff election, and then someone wants to petition that. That is G. So you read G, it makes reference to F, and then you connect it to F. So that's the connection, but we also concede that 3 days can be moved to 7 days. That was only for elections that will go into a runoff. If the candidate has not been duly elected and that there's a need for a runoff, then someone wants to petition that. That is G.
So what happens where, Mr. Chairman, someone is declared duly elected, but a dissatisfied person says, no, I'm not satisfied that that person was duly elected. What happens in that case?
That is where it comes.
That is exactly what this doesn't apply to.
That is where it comes.
No, this is why it doesn't apply
I can see. Oh, you are insistent on the use of the word winner. Is that what you're insisting on?
So it should not be, has not been duly elected.
No, that syntax is properly placed.
Mr. Chairman.
There are two scenarios, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, what he's saying is that there could be two scenarios. One is where there is a runoff.
Let me tell you what.
And
Let me tell you what Honorable Timo is doing. He's just
no, sir. No, sir.
He's just being philosophical.
No, sir. Let me land.
The issue, of course, I saw Honorable Cheriko go around. Oh, it's gone. He would have told you it's properly placed.
No, yes. Let me answer.
Yes.
What he's saying is that there are two scenarios of dissatisfied people, or people not declared winners. The first scenario is when there is a runoff, nobody is declared winner. The second scenario is when there is a winner and somebody has not been declared winner. So when there is a winner and somebody has not been declared winner and the person is dissatisfied, that's
and the problem with him, your lecturer who drafted.
Mr. Chairman.
So sit down.
Mr. Chairman.
You know, if you begin to read before G, then you understand.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
We have got smooth transition in this country.
Yes.
From opposition to ruling. From ruling, then winning an election to ruling. We have not got a situation where we have some SO2 stars. We have had smooth transitions. We have already had a provision. These provisions we have before. So, Mr. Chairman, I want us to look at 42.3. 42.3 for proper transition of the Constitution.
Is that page 9?
No, in the Constitution. Yes.
Oh, okay.
42.3. 42.3. A person elected to the office of President under this section shall assume that office on the day upon which he is declared by the returning officer. Upon the date that his predecessor's term of office expires, whatever is the latter. Public Elections Act, Section 54.
Is that related to page 9?
Yes. Yes. Because they're talking about petition when you have, when you look at that, you are going through from that page, sir. When you talk about this, all this is going leading you to the petition right up to declaration of presidential. They are all interrelated. So I'm bringing your attention fast to what you are about to learn at, where you are going to look at the gap in creating a provision for transition clause. Mr. Chairman, 54.4. We said a person who 54.42, a declaration by the Supreme Court that the election of the president is not valid shall not prejudice anything done by the president before the declaration. Mr. Chairman, we don't want, I quoted these provisions because we already addressed the issues. Even when we petitioned the 2012 elections, we still had the president at that time. We did not create vacuum. They are not saying you should have to create a space where you cannot petition. We can still have the declaration done by the returning officer, and you can go ahead to go to court. Court says this is the winner, so be it. So we cannot continue to, we are not creating vacuum. All of the laws are intertwined, we have never created. This law has been in existence, this provision. And this provision is trying to create a vacuum, and which is not accepted. Which one is that?
Mr. Chairman,
Which one is that?
The same provision in 9, going down to the presidential election. They are all going together.
Which one? Which one? Are you on page 9?
Yes, sir. Rolling down to page 10, 9, 10.
No, we are on page 9.
Yeah, but it's leading to page 10, sir.
Which clause is that?
For the one you have about petitions, it's 10. The petition.
No, hold on, we have.
It's 10. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's in 10. That's what we are saying.
We haven't gone to page 10.
Yes, so what
Okay.
you are saying,
Put your mic on.
yes, Mr. Speaker. The answer is on page 10. So the issue raised by Thibault, that just in case somebody is the winner, the answer is on page 10. Thibault, just read. Honorable Thibault, just read on 10 and see where it says a person elected to the office under this section shall assume office where a petition is not filed challenging in the Supreme Court on the 7th day after the date of the declaration of the result of the presidential election. So where somebody is elected president, you have 7 days to file a petition.
Where does it say so?
Come again, go not in public.
Where does it say the person, if it's not petition, wins, is declared the winner?
It's on 10. Look at it.
So there's no law that says if you're declared winner, you can be petitioned within 7 days. There's nothing in this provision.
Yeah, look at it. What on 10? Yeah.
Read 10 again. No. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go page by page.
Mr. Chairman,
Hold on, sit down, please. Sit down.
I want to stand on SC
No, sit down, please. Sit down. Let's go, honorable members, let's go page by page. We are now on page 9. If you have issues with any of the clauses, raise those specific issues. When you go to page 10, you raise the specific issues relating to specific clauses. We are dealing with this clause by clause. Page 9.
Under paragraph, the Public Elections Act. Yes. So that is it.
That's okay.
Yes.
Page 9. Page 9. On page 9.
So,
for the 3 days to 7 working days, the same thing goes for the Supreme Court.
let's add 7 working days.
Mr. Chairman, under the Interpretation Act, when we say this, we've been working days. Fridays and Saturdays are non-days. Legally, Fridays and Saturdays are non-days. So you don't need to add the word yes.
Mr. Chairman, position is
Also non-days.
No. We have some rules.
we are making laws.
Hold on. We have some rules. We have some rules that will not take into account weekends when it is 3 days. But more than 3 days, weekends are taken into account. So that's all the more reason why you need to be specific. Because there are certain Supreme Court rules that will refer to the High Court rules. Because there are no provisions in the Supreme Court rules dealing with those specific issues. So they will refer you back to the High Court rules. And in the High Court rules, more than 3 days. If we are talking about 3 days, then weekends will not be considered. But more than 3 days, let's say 7 days, 15 days, weekends are considered as days. So that's all the more reason why you need to be very specific. You need to be very clear on either the days are working days or not. Please.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I think already this is gone now.
Yes.
These are not ordinary bill. So if we agree on this, let me black and white.
Yes. 7 working days. I think that's fair. And 14 working days, that too is also fair. Any other query? Yes. Yes. Because to put together evidential materials for filing is not a child's play, especially for elections. So that's all the more reason why we need to give enough, latitude, so that people have enough time to go around, collect their evidence, collect them to be able to file.
Wherever it appears.
Yes. So let's say 7 working days, 14 working days. So I think that's
Mr. Chairman. So by your ruling, wherever we have 7 working days,
7 working days.
noted.
I think even the minister will be comfortable with that also.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I want to make a proposal.
Yes.
Going by what the Honourable Member of Parliament, Honourable Member of the Opposition, Mr. Timbo recommended, as well as recommendations made by the leader of that the procedure for the entirety of page 9 from G to page 11 B2, the entire procedure for filing of petitions, we would recommend that these be expunged from the bill and moved into the public.
Which one?
From paragraph G on page 9.
Yes.
That's about the procedure, like a person is satisfied with the declaration. So G, H, I, J, K, I, and going to the entirety of
up to P.
And then of course by extension on by extension to 4 on page 11. We recommend that all of those procedures be expunged from the bill and will move into the Public Elections Act.
Thank you. Thank you. Now you are talking. I think Honorable Timbo, you breathe again. That's so? You breathe again. No, Timbo hasn't got the point. The way that we are moving in, he hasn't got the point. We are just moving the provision somewhere else. So we move on to page 11. The second half of page 11. No, we have moved all of this. All of that.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, hold on. So, honorable members, we've gotten rid of the whole of page 9, 10, and the upper half of page 11. So we are now going to clause 8 downwards. Clause 8 downwards. Yes,
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Minister.
We'll move that clause 8, 43.1. The 43.1 be removed from the bill for now.
43.1.
Yes.
Clause 3.1, not so?
Yes, 43.1, yeah. There's amendment of section 43.1, yeah.
Honorable members, leaders, the minister has just moved that we remove 43.1. Is he accepted? Yes. Accepted. Okay, we proceed.
Still page 11, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, it's 40. Sorry, sir. It's 40. It's 40. It's 8.
Is it the whole of 43?
No. It's 43, only 43. That's 8 plus 8. Where you have 43.1, it's only one.
43.1, 2, and 3.
No. There is 3, 2 and 3, okay.
2 and 3, okay.
Yes. 8, 2 classes.
Yes, Minister.
Yeah, so we say clause 8. That has to do with 43. The amendment to 1 and 2. They expunged. The 3 to stay.
States. 3 states. Yes. So 1, 2 goes. Hold on. Yes, Honorable. Yeah, we just that will be yeah, the number will change. Yes, Honorable Timmy.
43.3.
Yes.
It says in the event that a presidential candidate is standing trial on a criminal charge to which the state is a party, what happens in the cases of private criminal summons?
Well, that is private. The state has no control over
No,
private.
but you have power to not leave it in private. Right?
No, you can't. You don't. Let's not go there because the state has total control over state prosecution, but over those other private criminal someone and stuff like that.
Discretionary. So it continues, but you can.
So let's not go. Let's not go into private proceedings.
So, but what if there's a private case? There's a private criminal summons.
We allow the candidate to settle that himself.
So if he cannot,
Who does not want to be a friend of a presidential candidate?
maybe let's just Mr. Chairman. Somebody could just
So even a political party can just approach that person and say, drop this thing. And
Can we just maybe, Mr. Chairman? I am there too. case against you. Don't go about it. How can you go back and forth? This man can take me to court and then I go back and forth. I'm not going to defend me guilty. So this man can be a private school.
Yes, Honorable Timbo.
Mr. Chairman, I'm saying that the reason why, or the idea behind this, is to prevent the presidential candidate not to begin going back and forth in a criminal matter when he should be busy campaigning. So whether it's the state or private person, he still will have to appear in court whenever there's an adjourned date. So for the avoidance of all these challenges, I am suggesting or proposing that.
And you think your political party can't handle that?
Well, what if it comes from PDP?
Don't forget.
Mohamed Bangura. What if it comes from Mohamed Bangura? Usman Timbo. He said this will keep us busy. I saw too. It can't be done.
Mr. Minister, you address this one.
I think, Mr. Speaker, honourable members, I think, of course, our justice system allows for private criminal prosecutions. The law also allows for the general to take over such private criminal summons and continue or discontinue with them. It's an exercise of discretion, and I will advise against putting a clause in the Constitution that will significantly impact the rights of an individual to seek justice for a matter that is really a genuine accountability question. Now the thing is, I would say, I think we all talk about the letters and the spirit of the Constitution. I think if the state, or say the Attorney General, really determines in the exercise of that discretion that such prosecution undermines the spirit of this provision, then I think they should act in that case. But I think putting it as a constitutional requirement would be what the problem is. In any case, under the new Criminal Procedure Act, frivolous prosecution will actually land the person into trouble. It's law. If you really determine that the prosecution...
Okay, so what Honorable Timbo is saying, just delete to which the state is a party. To which the state is a party. And it will now read, in the event that the presidential candidate is standing trial on a criminal charge 1 year prior to the election, such trial shall be suspended until after the election. You remove to which the state is a party.
Mr. Speaker,
then that one becomes general.
Mr. Speaker, I always like to say I had the honor of serving on the tripartite committee. And I remember we discussed this proposal. Originally, the recommendation read exactly the way you have articulated it, or in line with the honourable member's suggestion. But the concern was that if you leave it like that, it's actually an overreach to require the Constitution. It's every matter, whether it's a genuine criminal matter instituted by a private individual that has gone on for some time, even before the person becomes a candidate. What if someone becomes a candidate just because they want this matter discontinued? That is why, as a safeguard, we deliberately inserted the requirement that it has to be a prosecution to which the state is a party. That way, the state can exercise its powers to suspend such prosecution. But in the case of a private individual prosecuting a matter of legitimate concern to them, except if that prosecution will undermine the spirit of this provision, in that case, say the prosecution is frivolous, then the state has a responsibility to protect the provisions in this constitution. But to require every private individual to get their own prosecutions suspended, we thought that would be an overreach. So it will be a recommendation that we keep the requirement that it has to be a matter to which the state is a party.
Any other point on page 11?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker.
Hold on, Honorable Gibo. Yes, Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, this is a bit legal. But politicians, as a political party, we have experienced the situation of former leader in 2002 and 2007.
Good leader.
And as PDK and as Koroma. Whilst we were going to court, all those court matters were sent in by individuals, but the impact they are asking for is the reason for this law is to allow the candidates and the political party to run the elections. We are not saying the matter should be dropped entirely, but for that period under review, for the stability of our democracy, imagine we had to be going to court, at the same time we had to be campaigning for elections.
No, this
because
is the presidential candidate.
No, that's it. The presidential candidate is part of the party. In our party, it becomes like he was the leader and chairman of the party. At the same time, he was there to court. We are not saying take the matter off him totally, but for the period of 1 year, that's what we are appealing for. We've seen it.
I think Chairman, the minister.
Chairman.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, if you closely study the sub-regional politics, you'll agree that there are people who use private persons to just make allegations against presidential. Let me give you an illustrative example. When you look at Senator Sonko was to be presidential candidate because he had turned up rape charges against him. He was disqualified by the court. He did not run. Instead, he called for him to run as president. And at the end of the day, after they won, he fled. And that was when they knew it was just a trump-up charge. Somebody else could come up against any candidate and build up a case against that candidate.
We are not saying drop
so
the matter.
Saying now, let us don't drop the matter.
But let us
ensure that matter does not interfere into the
candidate. It needs to be contentious. Leader.
Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This clause didn't come into play because the SY president because Samura, Dr. Samura, they had this anti-corruption case in that of detaining the housing issue you know, for private matters, it's rested by the CP. Criminal Procedure Act. Very clear. We are not going to that. We are saying what we call political witch hunt is what we want to discourage. The state, you know how the state is powerful. The state is very powerful. But if the presidential candidate is well supported by their political party, for example, the election of the APC, for you just to come as a private person to go after a presidential candidate, but the state, we are trying to prevent the state not to bring the witch hunt towards the presidential candidate, as in the case of Dr. Samura Kamara. So what happened? He dropped that one, even when there was no provision in the law. So he said, no, the president said, let us suspend that case after election. You know, if you just go ahead to win the elections, that one is a different matter. So in this case, we are saying the state, this is a caveat to protect the presidential nominated by the political party. We don't want the state to change say that presidential candidate, if they see that candidate to be a potential winner, they don't want them to use it.
So this can either way.
Either way.
So what I want us to do, I think it's reasonable in the circumstances.
Yes, to have
You can just get rid of that. Whether for private criminal summons, it's reasonable. It's not supposed to be contentious. Anyway, yes, we just get rid of it. So that nobody will use any private individual to bring a case and yes. So Mr. Minister, I think it's reasonable in the circumstances.
Mr. Chairman.
So we can just delay. No,
Mr. Chairman.
we the state is a party.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Oh. Mr. Chairman, I have been in the opposition where people have wanted to bring law to this chamber to vilify presidential candidates. We stood firm. The presidential candidate we have now, you are a member there on the other side. That those who are involved in who eligible for presidential elections. Our parliamentarians stood firm.
Assuming we have this law.
This law is preventing the state not to bring criminal presidential candidates.
What about private individuals?
No, they do with the Criminal Procedure Act. That's a separate entity.
It's reasonable.
The state is so powerful. They must imagine for Dr. Samora Kamara at the US.
You can even be presidential candidate.
So they would want the state. Mr. Chairman, can you permit me to read the provision?
Reasonable for
Provision slowly so we can follow. Slowly. In the event that a president,
let me tell you some history.
All right, sir.
Somebody stood in this world and insisted on his prison of treaty. It was that very law that killed this. So when we have to be extremely careful when we make laws. You can be a presidential candidate tomorrow, and somebody, they will just go and bribe somebody to say, oh, you left me. But this is politics. Don't forget that this is politics. So this one is not going to hurt anybody anyway. So it's reasonable in the second part for all politicians. All politicians. So we don't need to it's reasonable for all of us.
Okay, let me come again. You are saying we put a clause to put it for private.
Whether private, whether state, let's just so nobody brings a case. Nobody brings a case.
Okay, now I can see now. I can see. Oh, sorry, I bring a case now.
1 year.
No, sorry, sir. Well, I can see.
So it's reasonable in the circumstances. Mr. Minister, that one is reasonable in the circumstances.
Noted, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
So, yes, Honorable Giver.
Mr. Chairman, I hope both sides of the aisle we are in agreement with the re-restoration of the powers of Parliament when it comes to issues of removing the President and the Vice President in circumstances where he or she loses his membership in his political party. Because what Section 49 is asking us to add is that in a circumstance where a sitting president or vice president is to lose his membership in his political party, such president cannot be removed from office unless it is referred to Parliament and the vote of 2/3 of members of Parliament support such a bill.
That goes even for the Vice President.
Yes, so that will be re-restoring the importance of this House as a child with the responsibility of making law and taking care of the law that is still in existence that says the President can sack the Vice President because he has to bring executive authority as it happened in the case of Samson Allen. I hope we are all in agreement with that.
Yes, we are still on page 11.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, so,
Mr. Chairman.
yes,
We want to be consistent with the extant law. Mr. Chairman. Like I'm expecting that it's been moving around for us to have some coffee. I want to be inconsistent with the external.
Yes.
I see the expulsion.
Which one?
D. Page 11. Where the Parliament, by a resolution supported by two-thirds majority of all the members of Parliament, votes to remove the president following his recognition of.
It should be president and vice president. Oh, vice president.
There's another provision.
Oh, there's another
in the next page.
Okay, great.
So we just say we amend that's also removal. It's removal. It should be inconsistent with 51.
Yes. Yes, certainly.
Yes.
I think the opposition is against.
No, they are supporting me.
I think that is clear.
Can we go to the next page?
The next page, yes.
The issue I have with this, the clauses are interconnected.
The clauses?
Yes, when you look at section 41, it says for you qualify to be a president. Going back, and you must be qualified to be a member of parliament. You must be qualified to be a member of parliament. Going back to 77(1)(k), which shows that if you lose your membership in your political party, you automatically lose your seat in parliament. It disqualifies you a member of parliament. So by extension, you are not equally qualified to be vice president or president, because the law states that for you to be president or vice president, you must be qualified to be a member of parliament. So I want to appeal that because is paid to that equally. I don't know if you get me.
I don't understand.
You don't understand? You understand? Yes, what I'm saying, for the disqualification for the vice president, if you look at section, it's clear, section 41, the section that leads to the vice president. For you to be eligible to be vice president, you must belong to a political party, and you must also be qualified member of parliament. And for you to be qualified to be a member of parliament, you must be qualified in section 77. It states that if you lose your membership in your political party, you are automatically not qualified to be a member of parliament. You could lose your seat. You could be where a vice president or a president is disqualified, he is not qualified to be a member of parliament. Also apply to give due considerations to those who are allowed.
Because these are two different scenarios. We are comparing two different scenarios. You know, of course, you come to parliament, you represent political parties. Together. The moment you are elected president and vice president, you represent the state and not a political party. You know, some of these things that happen, you don't represent any political party there. You are for the state. But when you come to parliament, you come here representing a political party. And except if you come as an independent member of parliament, then you represent yourself and your constituents. But when you come here, in addition to representing your constituents, you represent your political party. And the political party has to have some form of control over you. Some form of control. So that's why these states are indicated. So that there's some small control over you. Otherwise, people go haywire. because it's the political parties that will give you their symbol anyway. They give you, you go on your floor begging them for their symbol. So they should have some form of control over you. That's the point. Yes. Yes. Yes, we are close. Is it close 10?
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
In the qualification for you to be elected as a vice president, don't forget both of them are voted for. Both of them. We are saying we want to use the same provision in the Constitution, Section 51, specifically, let me go to 5. We already have a case law. We are using provision to reconcile properly APC. But they still have some small with them. The very magnanimous one here. It was removed with two things that happened. Okay, no, I'm not going there. I'm addressing the case law. First, tribunal was not done. We did not get a report to tribunal. Secondly, Parliament was completely omitted in the process of removing the vice president. Now the Supreme Court, they gave their ruling. We are still dealing with the ruling. As I speak, we don't have to have the situation. We said inter alia, we want to check the executive powers of the president.
We are not paying.
Yes, the same provision is removal. We don't want excessive power in the hands of the president. Removing Auditor General. What we did in this house, we set up the tribunal and we brought that report to Parliament, going through the process and removing the then Auditor General. Mr. Chairman,
hold on, please, members, can we take 10 minutes break?
Indeed.
Just 10 minutes. Let me assure you, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Please.
Once again, we say good evening from wherever you're watching us, you're following us from. You're still watching AYV television. on channel 33 and following us on Radio 101.7 FM, and similarly so on our Facebook page, YV News. Your home of all things credible, factual, and all times balanced news. Samuel Ibrahim Kroma is mine. We are still here at the House of Parliament. We are in the following proceedings and procedures as it has to do with 2025 Constitutional Amendment Bill of 2025. Debate is still ongoing. Currently, the bill is currently at the committee stage, where members of Parliament are going through the set aside clauses in the Constitutional Amendment Bill. Mind you, the Speaker in the House of Parliament, Honorable Sengapore Thomas, has also stood down the House for a period of 10 minutes, and he promised to be back in the next 10 minutes. Earlier on this afternoon, he also stood the House down for 30 minutes, but he only came back 3 hours after. But it's due to consultations, behind-the-scenes consultations from both sides of the House. But however, at this moment, Parliament seems to be making progress, because as it is now, we are currently on page 12 of the Constitutional Amendment Bill. Mind you, this bill comprises of about 23 pages, and we are currently at page 12 of the Constitutional Amendment Bill. A lot has been said by members of Parliament. They've had a lot of pointers wherein they've had absolute agreement on those said clauses. One of such is that has to do with bringing up private criminal charges against a presidential candidate. I think this is one that, according to members of Parliament who are present here this evening, they do believe it's something that will it's something that is not good for the political landscape of this country. More so when for precedents that have been set for outside Sierra, we've seen circumstances wherein people have over time criminal charges against candidates, more so when elections period are drawing closer. One of such circumstances that we have mentioned is that of what transpired in Senegal, wherein it was very clear that a criminal charge was brought against one of the candidates in Senegal, and at some point in time, as a result of same, was dropped, and his colleague was awarded the opportunity and the seat of being the president of Senegal. So I think that's something they never wanted for Sierra Leone. The case of Dr. Martin Wilson Kamara is also something that has come up in the conversation this morning. I think the Chancellery building matter is also another matter that has come up that has surfaced this evening here at the Well of Parliament, wherein from across both political eye, they do believe same shouldn't be the case. More so for Sierra Leone, that has a developing democracy. But still, we are still here. I'll tell you, the Well of Parliament is still jam-packed. The galleries were jam-packed, but at the moment the galleries are getting empty as a result of the short break that members of Parliament, the short break that the Honourable Speaker of Parliament has just granted calling members of Parliament. He said they need to go and have a short break and ensure they have a short rest among other things. But I'm still here with my colleague Samuel Tony-Sawyer, who is following the proceedings, here at the Well of Parliament. I just informed the public that we're still following through with progress that have been achieved, that have been made. More so when this bill is currently at the committee stage, in its process of it becoming a law, and subsequently forming part of the gun norm. Laws that are considered the gun norm of the state. But the House of Parliament has been stood down for a 10-minute period by the Speaker of Parliament. But I suppose Parliament is gradually making progress. Parliament seems to be making progress, Tony.
Yes, there's been a lot of progress in today's deliberation, like you actually said. And still in the committee stage, a lot of things have come up, and there has been some huge disagreement, but also there have been some agreement. So agreeing with you that there's been a lot of progress being made, especially on this one, which has to do with members of contesting presidential pools that have criminal charges or private charges against them. The House have unanimously agreed that is suspended till the elections of. And also, we've seen that the House has stopped pin on many clauses, starting off from clauses 1 having to do with the search and nomination committee. It was a little bit of a challenge for the House to settle on. You see the speaker sticking a pin to that.
You don't get what this is.
Wearing on page 5, having to.
Well, take his. Don't take his sponsor. Talking about
the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room tonight. Proportional representation system. We've seen a lot of bashes and banter across the aisle. That was a little bit filled with tension and heat in the House as the opposition leader was kicking hard against and the government bench was pushing very strong. We see to some extent again concerning the 50+1, the clause having to do with concerning the 50+1, where Honorable Tawa was at one point going against his leader, the majority leader, and then but later on we saw them coming together again and fighting again. I mean, it's really an interesting moment as the nation, not all the MPs are up till 11 and following, looking at what is going to determine their future. Because like you earlier on said this afternoon, funds are not just a matter that has to do with just political. It has to do with development. It has to do with other things. But so far in the House, this is what is going on, and the debate is getting more and more. And what the crucial and interesting thing is that we are on page 11, and the document is up to page 12. Sorry, page 12, and the document is so bulky up to 23.
And Parliament, as I did mention earlier, Parliament is gradually making a lot of progress has been achieved. The fact is, we've had, as I mentioned, we've had a lot of disagreements from both sides of
No, we can't.
I've enjoyed the proceedings. I've enjoyed the manner to which has handled, calling members of Parliament, mostly in terms of their approach to issues regarding the said clauses in the constitutional amendment process.
We also saw
it's been an educating process.
It's been an educating one. I agree with you so far. I mean, we also saw earlier on in the afternoon session, two MPs were sent out of the well as a result of their behavior. I think all that occurred when one of the MP threw a word against another MP, and instead of fighting with words, they were almost getting to the place of getting physical. So the speaker at some point had to send them out. What do you make of that action?
Well, I think in every society, I think discipline must prevail. And as members of Parliament, mostly when the proceedings are being covered live by YP. So I think it's not sending a very good image for Parliament. The fact is, the other day I did mention that this is not. Cycling is an exception as to what's happening here. So we've seen in South Africa, we've seen in Kenya and Zimbabwe and what have you. This time, since parliamentarians have done blows, just in finding their ways to ensure they get to a point of convergence. But however, the speaker was very smart to ensure that we get the situation under control, and therefore asked the 2 members of parliament to go out. And again, proceedings continue. But the fact is, this is the
yes,
already now concluded the sessions, and
the AG is also
I've enjoyed his calmness and what have been handling most of the questions that I put forward to him. Okay, let's
sorry, sir.
Samuel Branco is my name.
I am Tony. Sorry.
Leader, I don't let go. When they go Chama, we drink. Chama all day is like don't you need a lot of no, it's possible. I buy it.
Honorable members, pages 12 and 13. Page 12 and 13.
Mr. Chairman, before we continue tonight,
yes.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I to come back to this business of Parliament actually having power by resolution to remove the president. Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman, I was on my legs when you had.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that is.
Yes, hold on. Yes.
No, that is true. I see that.
Mr. Chairman, I made submission in the interest of agrarian in small states. We have all argued that we should respect the rule of law.
Honorable members, we are adjourning exactly 11:30.
Thank you for tomorrow. Mr. Chairman, we can understand certain this is a social problem, and what you are doing, refer to them as electoral reforms. These electoral reforms are geared towards looking at issues that affect the electoral system. But not by electoral system, the president and the vice president are voted for. Both of them could have nominated the same man. So we have seen the removal of the vice president and the previous administration without making proper consideration to section 51 of the Constitution. So what we are saying, that political party removal alone cannot determine the removal of the vice president of the nation. Because
I think it's an agreed point, not so?
We agree?
Not so? I think we all agree on that.
That we agree on expulsion to remove that. We are trying to reaffirm section 51 of the Constitution that the removal of the vice president.
This also should not be contentious, not so? Is it?
I thought it was passed.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, it's not my intention to take you back. But I believe, having gone through the provision on 43, 11.
No. Page 11.
Yeah, it's not up. Anyway, this man is a problem with you. Mr. Chairman, he's trying to bulldoze. So if we said we agreed on that one, the removal, not party, it's okay. It's okay. So, go ahead.
Yes, Deputy.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I realize the minister's proposal was to remove the entirety of clause 8. And in the end, what was agreed on?
Not the entirety.
So I am proposing that we remove the entirety of 8. Because if we are saying we are providing some blankets, if I have my genuine matter that has commenced in the court, say for sexual penetration against someone who intends to aspire for residency, who may have tampered with the daughter, and my case has started 2 years before his aspiration, should my case be suspended because of his aspiration? I think that would be injurious to my life.
No, hold on, Deputy Speaker. The issue is with the presidential candidate. You must have won the primaries, and you now have the ticket of your political party. You are a whole candidate, you are a flag bearer candidate.
Mr. Speaker, I thought
you are a flag bearer candidate.
We've passed this.
We've passed that.
But if we are taking democratic best practice in the US, Donald Trump was the candidate, was still attending.
This is not the US.
So I believe the same should be done so as to protect the fundamental human rights of the person that is approaching the court for justice.
Of course, we are not killing the case. We are not killing the case. We are just taking trade for.
No, he did.
Deputy, they are not getting rid of the case. They are just allowing you, within 1 year, to say, okay, we put a hold on this case until the conclusion.
Mr. Chairman, we are saying that my pursuit of justice will be suspended because somebody has been elected as a presidential candidate.
Being elected as a presidential candidate in Sierra Leone
puts a hold on my own
in the country as Sierra Leone. It's a very serious matter, young man. It's a very serious matter. 1 year to elect. It's a very serious matter. 1 year to elect. And we should treat that as very, very serious.
Mr. Chairman, I think when we are talking about presidential candidates, we must also realize
elected president is a case. Even if you have your case and that person is elected president, why would you go with that case? It's a serious matter. Why would you go with that kind of case? But the first thing you will do is to just throw the entire case out, and probably, if you are stubborn enough, comes against you because we are all human.
Mr. Chairman. What happens is that...
It's a way of even protecting you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, what happens is that before we vie for political offices, they ask us for police clearance. And the purpose of the clearance is for vetting. So if you are a criminal or you've committed a crime, it will be stated in the clearance. So for anybody who becomes a presidential candidate, must have been cleared by the police. And you cannot commit that crime whilst you are a presidential candidate. Why not? It's not for you to go and rape and you are a presidential candidate.
Your right, the police, even the right of the police to prosecute or to investigate, have been waived by this law. This law is passed.
What is likely, sir, is for the fact that whosoever wants to be president, a case is fabricated against you.
No, this is saying whosoever that becomes a presidential candidate is insulated from further prosecution or from investigation. Yes, you are insulated against the personal right of an individual, the person that has approached the court.
Yes,
so I think we should just delete everything, export everything, and stick to what we have, because the minute you are elected a presidential candidate for whatever political party, the power of the police to screen you has been waived by the law already. They cannot screen you for it because you are already protected by the law that you are now a presidential candidate and nothing that is an infraction with the law should be continued against you. So I believe we should make
it's a bit different. It's different, sir. What this law is saying is that they suspend proceedings. Like for example, 1 year to election.
When you are elected a presidential candidate, it's because you are suspending my right to approach the court. So
1 year to election.
It doesn't matter if you have committed a crime and have approached the court for justice. It's not because you are elected a candidate that my right should stop. My right should be suspended because you are pursuing a case or because you are pursuing your own personal interest. My right should not be suspended for that.
Everybody sit down. Everybody sit down. We are taking a pin there. We'll move on.
Yes, Mr.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. On this point. Page 12.
Page 12.
We are sticking the pin on that. Page 12. If you have an issue on page 12.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
I have an issue, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, hold on. Yes, Mr. Minister.
Page 12, B, it provides so. There is a proposal that provides so be removed from the bill. So that's B.
Leaders, the proviso on page 12.
It's in place, it's in transition clause, and we have said there is nothing warranting us to really have partition. So it's nothing that's said for the petition, for the election. This provision is already dealt with in section 42 and 42. In public relations. So this thing. The one you are talking about the president. No, because like this one, I don't know what this is for. I said the AG wants to explain something for me.
I think we have something like this in the Constitution.
Yes.
We already have.
You need to explain to us something.
It's in the Constitution.
So we don't need it.
6 months. But we proposal
So we actually don't need it.
Yeah, maybe. So 10 to go. Yes.
So 10.
So we get rid of the whole of page 12.
No. The provision.
Which one? Just the whole of page 12.
Yeah, the whole of page 12.
And up to 7.
7, yes. Yeah. Let me hear you.
Am I right? Mr. Minister.
Yes,
we're going to get rid of the provision.
Yes, we get rid of the proviso.
So we continue with plus 10. Plus 10?
Let's put plus 10. I think we're now page 13. We start with 11.
So let's do what? Do we need the plus 10 or not?
No.
We are getting rid of plus 10.
Yes, that's the point the leader was.
Mr. Minister, are we getting rid of plus 10? The whole of plus 10?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we can get rid of it.
Up to 7.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Honorable members, we are getting rid of the whole of plus 10 up to 7 on page 13.
Still in page 13, Mr. Chairman.
hold on. Are we set on that? Leaders, are you okay with that? Okay, proceed.
Yes, when we look at clause 11, just like we did earlier on, the removal was talking on the position of the president, and now we are looking at the removal of the vice president. So, the two paragraphs just under section 11 to delete the all, because it only has, we're talking about the removal of the sitting vice president, so the word president there is not. Okay. So we have to do that on the
Oh yes, oh yes, yes. So we remove president or?
Yes, press twice. Then again, as still on page 13, 12 plus 12, expulsion, we replace expulsion with is removed. Clause 9. Yes, so just the apart from, I think the last one was expulsion with his removal. That's it from my side. Page 13.
Yes. Yes, Honorable Director. After Honorable Director, Honorable Tambakele.
13, the last paragraph.
Yes.
The last paragraph of 13 and the first paragraph of 14.
14, yes.
We've stopped it on that.
Yes.
It has something to do with the system.
Okay. Yes, we'll stick a pin. And this one.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Clause 11. That which has to do with the law of membership alone shall not remove the sitting vice president from office, right? Yes. President. Mr. Chairman, we must also note that if we are passing that clause, we are in default amending section 77(1)(k). Because for someone to be qualified to be vice president, you have to be qualified under section 41. And for you to be qualified, you have to be qualified to be member of parliament. And if you are qualified to be member of parliament, if loss of party membership will not disqualify the vice president from losing his position, it will also mean section 77(1)(k) should bring up for amendment.
No, that's a different scenario. That's quite a different scenario. There is no relationship between the two scenarios.
There is, Mr. Chairman, because you have to be qualified. That is a core requirement. You have to be qualified to be a member of parliament first.
Listen, the moment somebody is elected vice president, he's not elected as the vice president of a political party.
But Mr. Chairman, before you are elected
as a member of parliament under your political party. But when somebody is elected vice president or president, they are elected for the state.
Mr. Chairman.
So the political
Mr. Chairman, under a political party, Mr. Chairman, before you become the vice president, Mr. Chairman, before you are even considered to be elected or to be included in the ticket of a presidential candidate, you have to be qualified first to be considered for nomination.
After your election,
occasion comes with you being qualified to be a member of parliament. Yes. Before you are considered to be a ticket.
Of course, I hear you. But after your election, you now represent the state.
After the election, the honorable team was
Yes, let me hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. The loss of party membership alone shall not remove a certain president or vice president from office. Mr. Chairman, already Section 51 confers upon us power to, after all the processes, to determine whether the president or vice president shall be removed from office for misconduct, etc. Now, my problem here is one of semantics, and I'm going to take you back to page 11, Mr. Chairman. Be patient with me. Now, if as a result of some internal party, am I protected? Yes. If as a result of some internal party decision, the president or vice president loses their membership, I believe, what I want to propose is that we do not, by resolution supported vote to remove. In other words, instead, we affirm the decision of the political party. We affirm the decision of the political party, not to remove. We simply affirm the decision of the political party. Because already under Section 51, we have that power. So it's a kind of tautologous to say, yes, here we can. Mr. Speaker, I want to do it with me.
Yes, see.
Yeah, it's a question of semantics. Do we affirm after the political party has taken a decision to expel a VP or president?
You have to come to parliament.
We just affirm.
You have to come to parliament.
Yes, we affirm.
2/3 majority.
Yes, we affirm. Not we don't remove. Because the decision has already been taken by the political party. Our own powers are given to us by Section 51. So when they come to us, when all the internal processes of the political party are done, and it comes to us, we just affirm.
So when they come to us, we don't. Whether or not we are convinced.
Yeah, that is
if we are not convinced, we can just throw everything.
Yeah, but if we are convinced, we affirm. Because
some serious misconduct.
Yes, but this is not serious misconduct. The thing is the political party has a reason that we don't consider to be misconduct, but it is a mixed office removal. So we don't remove it. Remember, our constitution is predicated on the separation. So for some reason, we are given power on the separation. But how, to what extent do we stretch those powers? So we affirm the vision of the political party. We don't remember those circumstances. That is the semantic problem I have with the body of the
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Mr. Minister, what are you going to say to
Mr. Chairman?
Please, Honorable, yes, Honorable Selu,
yes,
1 minute.
Yeah.
After Honorable Selu, Honorable Selu.
Yeah.
1 minute. Yes, Mr. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure we would want the Constitution to automatically impose a mandate on the because then the procedure laid out in the Constitution under Section 51 you need to apply. We still think there should be needed oversight for such a decision because removal of a president or vice president is a very serious matter. Noting that it will actually be just by a click of a finger overturning the mandate of the majority of voters in this country. So yes, Parliament has oversight responsibility, and Parliament has a responsibility to also make sure that it is only in extreme circumstances that the mandate of the people will be reversed. Otherwise, if this is just let loose, if you say Parliament's responsibility is just to affirm, then what's the essence of the provision in fact? Why waste resources to come to Parliament when it is predetermined that Parliament is just going to come and affirm? So we believe that the sanctity of votes must be respected, and that we do not have a situation wherein just for disagreement within the political party, the leadership of the party probably is just the chairperson who is very powerful to mobilize decision makers to expel the president or the vice president. We're not even talking about the vice president alone. This will apply to both the president and the vice president. And so it remains our position that parliamentary oversight be made to exist in the Constitution. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable. Yes,
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I think we've listened to the debates. My position here is that because the qualification to become a member of Parliament, that of the President, and able to become the Vice President, apart from the age limit, all the others remain the same. So, for me, if the Vice President, by any means, by resignation or whatever misconduct, loses his or her position from the political party, if this law is saying we should come to Parliament for that approval, then maybe because they have the same qualification for members of Parliament, once we come, if a member of Parliament goes with that, then let's tighten as well. If a member of Parliament is removed or loses his or her political party right from the political party, let them come to Parliament as well to approve that. Because it's the same. We have to become this, we have to meet the criteria to become a member of Parliament. And now we are saying that we come to Parliament for 2/3 majority. So we have to amend because 71K is very powerful. So now if we are doing this one, it's fine. Because somebody has already lost his or her own party membership, has lost party membership. Then now we are coming for 2/3 majority. For the president, I can agree. Maybe we'll say two things. We either go for simple majority, if that's the case, if we want to come to Parliament, that will move back. Simple majority.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
For the vice president, because the qualification, Mr. Then let's amend 71K as well.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
So we are leaving 71K. We are leaving 71K intact. So, Mr. Chairman,
it's all right.
If we are leaving 71K intact, then we are undermining this as well.
No, don't try that. It's all right.
I'm not making my point, Mr. Chairman.
It's all right. I know. It's noted. It's noted. Yes, I'm ready to do.
Clause 11 seeks to repeal and replace Section 54(8) of the Constitution. Section 54(8) reads, this is about how the Vice President loses his seat. 54(8) says the provisions of Section 50 and 51 of this Constitution relating to the removal from office of the President shall apply to the removal from office of the Vice President. 51 deals with mental or physical incapacity. 51 deals with misconduct by President. So by deleting it, it means whether there is mental or physical incapacity, the Vice President doesn't lose his position, neither for stated misconduct. So I think it should not repeal. Instead, it should add a new section rather than repealing 54(8).
Mr. Chairman, I agree.
Resume the House. The House resumes. Leader, apply.
Running away.
Mr. Speaker, we also continue this debate on the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder?
Aye, so second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Honorable members, yes.
No, I was just going to suggest that we not meet at 10 a.m. tomorrow because we stay at the stadium.
Motion made by the leader of government business and seconded by the leader of the opposition has been carried.
Hold on. Announcement.
Mr. Speaker, just hold on. Colleagues, I want you to pay attention.
Mr. Minister, you are released.
Colleagues, please pay attention. I move that we suspend ESCO 52 for the sitting to commence at 12 noon.
Tomorrow.
Yes, 12 noon tomorrow.
I so second, Mr. Speaker.
All those in favor say aye.
Mr. Speaker, object. I there's a reason.
You want the opposition?
Yes, I will.
Sorry, sir. There's a reason for that.
I so second.
Yes.
All those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Motion moved by the leader of government business and seconded by the leader of the opposition has been carried.
Honorable members, this sitting is adjourned to tomorrow at 12 noon. Prompt.
The world don't go digital. Now that's make we commercial bank ready for match up with the world. This now the e-banking department. We get
rushing to that double date with your loved ones. You're worried it's getting late. Your loved ones are still waiting. Sometimes we wish for one thing and another happens. We want to keep the smile on the face of the people we love. But we don't need to blame Mother Nature when things go wrong. Avoid ruining that date. Shalima Trading brings you India's best batteries with ultra maintenance, advanced hybrid alloy, guaranteed long life and higher power output, the ability to withstand long and frequent power outages, and the ability to recover from deep discharge requiring lesser topping up frequency, enjoying unrivaled repetition and recall. For wholesale or retail, contact Shalima Trading. Exit, a battery you can depend on.
Ready to elevate your game. Welcome to Genius Bet, where strategy meets excitement.
There you bought Genius Bet.
Have a look at our promotions and choose the one that fits you best. Be smart and don't miss. Pro or just starting out, Genius Bet makes betting simple and fun. Get 100% bonus, up to 1,000 leones, on your first deposit with Genius Bet. Make every moment count with Genius Bet. Real-time updates, expert insights, and personalized betting options.
Visit us at 40 Freetown Road, Lumley. Reach us quickly on our short code 717.
Genius Bet. Bet like a genius.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT World. With the GT World, you can transfer money from one GTCO account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT World, you can buy Etsa anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GTCO. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Here is how to activate KidZonet for your child's online safety. Dial *499#. From the menu that appears, press 8 to select KidZonet. Next, press 1 to proceed. You will be asked to input your PIN to manage your services. Then select 1 again to activate the service. You will now be asked to choose your payment method. Then press Send. Confirm your choice by pressing 1. You will also be asked if you want the service to renew automatically when your subscription ends after 30 days. KidZonet will be activated instantly. Your child's online space is now safer and under your control.
I have lived a life of sin in this world I'm living in. I have done forbidden things I shouldn't do.
The sudden death took place on Tuesday, 28th July 2026, of Miss Elizabeth Tucker, commonly known as Auntie Betty, age 72, formerly of 154 Bauma Road, Matchstick, Metchkem, and 30A Collegiate Road off Wilkinson Road in Freetown. She is survived by her sisters, Gladys Tucker and Mrs. Christina Tucker Williams, both in the USA. Funeral arrangements will be announced later. Sympathizers may call on the following numbers: +1240 506 5501, +1240 481 7371, +7 925 669 1206, +232 311 63083, +232 76 637 211.
Across the bridge, there's no more pain. The sun will shine across the river, and you'll never be unhappy again.
The death is announced of Miss Marian Balekoma of 78 Pedro Drive, Kamayama, Lumley, Freetown, age 45 years. Sadly missed by her son, Master Clifford Emmanuel Gill, her mother, Mrs. Margaret Ture Ni Boume, her sisters, Miss Khadija Ture and Mrs. Aminata Kamara Ni Ture, her brother-in-law, Mr. Almami Isa Kamara, her nephew, Olamide and David, the Kroma family at home and abroad, the Lansana family, the Kamara family at home and abroad, the Ture family at home and abroad, Miss Hawa Kemokai, members of CYAF St. Anthony's Parish, members of Royal Ladies, members of St. Anthony's Parish, members of Vincent de Paul, and staff of MML Planning Department. Funeral service is at St. Anthony's Catholic Church, Brookfields, on Friday, 7th August 2026 at 1 p.m. Vigil Mass is at St. Anthony's Catholic Church, Brookfields on Thursday, 6th August 2026. Time 7 p.m. Candlelight procession, 6th August 2026, commencing from the light opposite NP to St. Anthony's Catholic Church premises. Time 5:30 p.m. Sympathizers may call at number 78 Pedro Drive, Kamayama, Lomlin, Freetown. For further information, please contact 033-955-399. May our soul rest in perfect peace. The J.B. Wright family at home and abroad regret to announce the death of their beloved son, brother, husband, father, uncle, and best friend. Mr. Wright, whose sad event took place on Tuesday, 14th July 2026 in Freetown, age 47 years. He is survived by his beloved wife, Mrs. Kadiatu Wright, commonly known as Kiddy. Children, Joseph Wright Jr., Rosalind Wright, Willie Wright, and Wilfred Wright. Sisters, Mrs. Winifred Nadi Wright, Ni Conte, Mrs. Zainab Y. Jamiru, Mrs. Abiba Sisi Kagbo. Uncles, Mr. Samuel Wright Samura, Mr. Moana Kalon, Mr. Mame Kalon, and Mr. Minkailu Kebi. Aunties, Mrs. Margaret Wright, Mrs. Wea Kalon Lamin Babao, and Mrs. Fema Jakima. Nephews, Gabisi Rashid, Sidil Lansana, Loseni Kone, and Moses Kagbo. Nieces, Masa Lansana, Nancy Fofana. Other relatives are the J.B. Rice family at home and abroad, Sisi and Conte family of Bo, Kenema, and Freetown, Mansari and Taylor family, Kalon family of Bo, Kenema, and Freetown, Gondon family of Kainlao, Bo, and in Freetown, the Sanko family at home and abroad, Kagbo family of Kono and Freetown, Kamara family of Kintong, Bakar family of Robe community in Freetown. Funeral service and laying out is on Friday, 7th August 2026 at Secretary Evangelism Wall Crusade Church, 8 Heddle Street off Campbell Street in Freetown. Time 2 p.m. Burial is at the Kingdom Cemetery, and there will be a vigil on Thursday, 6th August 2026 at 13 Pessima Lane, Calbatown, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sympathizers may call at the above address or call on 033-423-346 or 073-660-609. We are sorry for any omission of names, as you all are considered very much important. May His soul rest in perfect peace. Today, 4th August 2026, marks the first death anniversary of our dearest brother, Mr. Tunde Winston Scott. We shall never forget that fateful day. It was hard to believe. We love and miss you, our dear one. You are fondly remembered by all of us. God have you in His care. We have you in our hearts. Fondly remembered by Mrs. Hastina Jalo in Freetown, Mrs. Marjorie Ferguson, and Mrs. Sylvia Jones, both in the USA. Also by his nieces and nephews, relatives and friends at home and abroad. Continue to rest in perfect peace, our dearly beloved one. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Indeed, we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we shall return. It is with profound sadness and deep sorrow that we announce the passing of our beloved mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Mrs. Kadiatu Sisi, affectionately known as Mama, who peacefully returned to the mercy of Allah on Wednesday, 22nd of July, 2026, at the age of 75. Born in Sirabo in Bompe Ngao Chiefdom in Bo District, Southern Provinces, and later settled in Kenema. Mrs. Kadiatu Sisi was born in the Makavori and Bangora families, where she was deeply connected to her family, community, and loved ones. She was a devoted wife to her late husband, Dr. Alusain Jabi Sise, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sisters, aunts, and cherished friends. She lived a life defined by faith, love, and compassion, strength, generosity, and unwavering dedication to her family and community. Her kindness, wisdom, generosity, and gentle spirit touched the life of all who knew her, leaving behind a beautiful legacy of faith, love, and selflessness that will continue to inspire generations to come. She is lovely survived by her children, Mohamed Sise and Mariam Jabi Sise, both in Freetown, Dr. Basiratu Mansaye in the United States, Bintu Aminata Jabi of Canada, and Khadija Jabi Fofana. 22 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, her beloved sisters, including Madam Adama Mbanki, brothers, sisters-in-law, Honorable Bintu Mayas, her daughter-in-law, Marion Siao Sise, other sons-in-laws and daughters-in-law, nieces and nephews, close friends and relatives both at home and abroad. Though our hearts are filled with sorrow, we take solace in the remembrance of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and in the certainty that every soul shall taste death as decreed by Him. The Sise family sincerely extend their heartfelt gratitude to everyone for their prayers, love, condolences, words of comfort, and acts of kindness shown during this difficult time. Your love and support are truly appreciated. Mrs. Khadijatou Sise has been laid to rest in accordance with Islamic rites. She will be deeply missed, forever loved, and always remembered. All sympathizers and well-wishers may contact the following cell numbers on 078-840-503 or 079-763-232 or address at 1 Mohamed Sise Drive, Ogu Farm in Freetown. May her soul rest in peace.
حتى يكونوا في بطون الألحاد مطمئنين.
Funeral and communion service for the late Miss Dolly Ibon Adeline Williams will be held on Friday, 7th August 2026, time 2:30 p.m. at St. Paul's Evangelical Church, Wilberforce. Burial is at the Wilberforce Village Cemetery. Laying out is at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Wilberforce. Time 10:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Vigil is on Thursday, 6th August 2026 at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Wilberforce. Time 7 p.m. A former staff at Audit Service, Bossa at Wilberforce Primary School, ex-member of Silent Workers, Women Volunteers, Prayer Group, all at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Wilberforce, ex-Auga in Freetown Branch. She survived by her children, Winsonet Cummins Palmer, and her husband, Leslie Cummins Palmer, her son, Sir Jonathan Willie, granddaughter, Eliane Cummins Palmer, close friends, Stella Buckley, cousins, Emily Williams in the UK, Mr. and Mrs. Alonso Pratt in the USA, Lloyd Bickersteth in the UK, nieces, Mrs. Victoria Deere in the USA, and Mrs. Frederica Dolly Dillis Williams. Nephews, Alfred Wilson, George Davis. Other families, Claudius Cole family, Wilkinson family, Bissarves family, Nelson family, Taylor Pierce family, Bloomer family, Davis family, Williams family of 37 Charles Street in Freetown, Mr. and Mrs. Leslie Thomas, Mr. and Mrs. Harold Ben Keru in the UK, Mrs. Massey Fofana and family, Mrs. Fudia Dove and family, Miss Samuela Fofana and family, Mr. and Mrs. Segbe Dumbe and family, Mr. and Mrs. Mohamed Kagbu family, Miss Mayan Fortune and family, Miss Rosalind Hamilborg and family.
At Misho Group of Companies, we keep you connected, protected, and in control. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, our high-speed internet service delivers the speed and reliability you need. With Mitchcom ISP internet services, you enjoy the luxury of ultra-fast broadband, fiber optic and VPN solutions, 99.9% uptime, and 24/7 customer service. We don't just connect you, we secure you. Our MSA Michel Security Agency offers professional protection with skin guards for homes, businesses, and events, 24/7 monitoring, emergency response, advanced surveillance technology, from the digital world to your front door. Michel Group of Companies is your partner in connectivity and security. Visit our head office at 71 D. Wilkinson Road, Freetown, or you can email us on alias@mitchcom.sl or info@mitchcom.sl. You can also visit our website at www.mitchcom.sl or contact the numbers on your screen. Michel Group of Companies. Stay connected, stay protected.
Download and register My AfriCell Sierra Leone new app today and enjoy 1 GB data for free. Valid for 3 days only. To download the app, scan the QR code or download it directly from Google Play Store or App Store. Download now and get the My AfriCell Sierra Leone new app features. For more info, call 111.
The bank that delivers value presents Beyond VIP Savings Account. This account is for HNI clients with a minimum balance of 10,000 leons. As a VIP account holder, you will receive a VIP card, and with that card, you don't need to stand in line. A normal interest rate is charged after 2 monthly withdrawals plus 10 leons. You get an interest if no withdrawals are made in a month. Here at Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, we make banking easy for our esteemed customers. Cash delivery to your office is a service that we offer. This is where it gets interesting. As a VIP account holder, you will receive an invitation to our yearly cocktails, branded corporate gifts, mobile app sign-up, premium Visa card, a dedicated teller, and a relationship officer. Opening this account is easy. All you need is an account opening form, ID card, proof of address, and 2 passport pictures. Here at Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, we cater for all. We are the lion in banking. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Delivery.
SV Electricals, the trusted name for quality electrical appliances and products. All our products come directly from manufacturers in Europe, America, and India. We stock all RR cables and sockets, including RR armored and flex cables. Our range also includes indoor and outdoor lights, switches, and transformers. At SV Electricals, we offer all sizes of CNS breakers and switches to help keep your home and appliances safe and secure. We also supply a wide variety of quality electrical appliances, such as smart TVS of all sizes, fridges, electric cookers, microwaves, ceiling and standing fans, air conditioners, LiveGuard inverter battery systems for reliable power backup, and much more. In addition, we offer top quality CCTV equipment and installation services. SV Electrical stocks all kinds of solar panels and accessories and provides experienced professionals for all your electrical installations and maintenance needs. For more information, call 0774-47799/0882-21000, and for wholesale inquiries, call 077-352-020. You're welcome to visit us at 71 to 73 Bisiaka Stevens Street, Freetown. SV Electricals, the trusted name for all your electrical needs.
Welcome to Wusum Hotel, where luxury meets nature's embrace, offering a sanctuary of serenity. Step inside our thoughtfully curated interiors, where every corner exudes sophistication and warmth. Where comfort and style ensure a restful escape. Indulge in a culinary journey with our world-class chefs, creating unforgettable flavors from farm to table. Savor every moment at our exquisite dining venues, where every meal is a celebration of taste and elegance. Start your day with a delectable breakfast designed to energize and delight. Relax and unwind in our expansive outdoor spaces designed for ultimate comfort and relaxation. Wusum Hotel, the jewel of tourism.
Just because the day has ended doesn't mean news has stopped. Bringing you stories that matters to you. Preparing you for tomorrow. Whether sports, human interest, entertainment, live breaking news and more. The AYV News. Sierra Leone's news leader.
Young people are always very daring. They are smart, they can take risk, but because we are also educating them, they can take calculated risk. And you need a lot of these people to be able to move the economy. So I was speaking on behalf of them, encouraging them not to despair, but also saying that we as government should actually open the access to finance and other things for them to be able to embark on entrepreneurship.
And I want to see, I'm not worried about the negativity because people are going to say what they want to say, but just watch my actions, you know what I mean? See, when I'm talking about Sierra Leone, what am I saying about Sierra Leone?
Sure that AYV has grown more than it was the last time. I want to tell you something as AYV and also to our viewers. Any work that you do, if you work very hard and you are dedicated sincerely for the cause of the Almighty, Allah will give you growth.
Guys, my name is DJ Neptune, aka Great. Listen up to my people out in Sierra Leone. Today, 5 p.m., I'll be live and direct on the Hype Show on AYV Radio, and we're going to be premiering my new single, Gaza.
Yeah, like I mentioned, my parents, they live here. So basically, for them, I didn't see them for a long time. And obviously to meet them here in Salon is for me, it's even better because in England it's cold.
At the end of the polls today, if we don't have major issues, then we will all thank God. You know, I'm the West African Elders Forum, and I want stable West Africa.
Yeah, it's my first time here, so I'm just really excited. Just like spread the love and spread the music and work. Yeah.
When big names talk, they talk to the AYV.